Hi Year 4. So I just wanted to welcome you back to a new term. Really looking forward to seeing you all this afternoon on Zoom. Looking forward to getting stuck into some more work with you all. You all worked so hard last term, so let's just keep it up. And just want to say at the end of this video, you will see in the description that there are several links to some games and some other things you can do to do with fractions. Okay. Hello, good morning, Year 4. This is Mrs. Keeley with your Monday morning maths lesson, and our today's learning point is, can I create a mind map showing everything I know about fractions? So at the start of every big idea in maths, as you know, we create a mind map, and that's because it's really important that we understand all of the different language or words that we use when we are talking about a particular big idea in maths. So you can see all of these different words, all of this different language to do with fractions. Now, some of it you will understand and you will definitely include that on your mind map. Some of it you may not. So in that case, you don't need to put it on your mind map, and hopefully over the course of this term, when we're thinking about fractions, you will be able to add some more words to your mind map at the end. So here is how I would like you to set your mind map out. So you'll need to pause the video in a second, and you'll need to get your maths book, and you'll need to set it out with these 4 branches and the title Fractions and Decimals in the middle. Okay? Right, Year 4, so here is my mind map that I've got ready from the video in my maths book. So let's start up here with recognising fractions. So just to make it nice and quick and easy to show you, I have got some images ready. Okay, so you can draw some of your own and they can be whatever shape you like. So I'm going to see if I can write down the fraction that this shape shows. So the number of parts in total is going to be the denominator, and I will label that in a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are fifths there. Now, how many parts out of 5 are shaded? 2. So I know that that is 2 fifths. So this part of the fraction is called the denominator. And the top part, hopefully this is coming back to you a little bit, Year 4, the numerator. Okay, so let's have a go at another one. Right, so I've got another image here. So how many parts can you count in total? How many triangles? Let's count them up, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is the denominator, and you put that at the bottom because that is the total number of anything. Okay, so how many parts are shaded? And that's going to be our numerator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 twelfths are shaded, so that's our fraction. Right, let's try one more. Let's try this one. Okay, we'll put this one down here. Now, hopefully you could have a pause of the video and you could count up the total number that's going to be our denominator. Okay, so hopefully you've paused it. And now let's try it together if you didn't manage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 20 parts. So we say that there's 20ths. Okay, and how many parts are coloured in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 20ths. So for that branch, Year 4, hopefully you can have a go at drawing some of your own images like that and seeing if you can recognise, you can spot what fraction they are, and you can add that to your mind map. Right, recognising decimals. Now, you may not have done too much of this in Year 3, so don't panic if this is totally new to you and you think, oh, I'm going in the pit straight away, Mrs. Keeley. We will explore this over the term, so don't panic. Right, I'm going to do one for you. Now, I know that this is half. Let's call it half a cake, and I know how to write a fraction of a half. But do you know how we could write the decimal? What do we mean by half for a decimal? It's actually 0.5. So they all mean the same thing, but we've got decimals, we've got fraction, and we've got the image written like that. Now see if you, I would really love it if you could see if you could write the decimal for a quarter and 3/4. Do you know? Could you add that to your mind map? Right, so now we're coming on to comparing fractions, my blue branch. So I've got 2 fractions drawn ready, and we are going to see if we can compare them using our greater than and less than signs. Do you remember the crocodile? The crocodile always is going to eat the bigger sign. Not the bigger sign, it's always going to eat the bigger number or fraction, okay? So which one is going to be the bigger fraction, the greater fraction? That's right, it is going to be a half. So we add our sign like that. I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to do, and guys, you will be doing your own. Okay, you can magpie my ideas, or I'd be really, really super impressed if you could do your own. Right, so I'm going to do, okay, first of all, can you spot the fraction? Okay, can you recognize the fraction? That's right, 2/4. And can you spot this fraction? Can you recognize it? That's right, 3/4. Okay, 4 equal parts, quarters. Now, which one is the bigger fraction? That's right, it is 3/4. Okay, so see if you can add some of your own examples, year 4. Right, so equivalent fractions. Let's come on to our green branch here. Okay, so let's see if I can think of an equivalent fraction. Right, so let's start off with one that we all are familiar with. We all know what we're doing. Let's start off with a half, okay? There we go, we all know that's a half. Now, equivalent. Equivalent means equal to or the same as. So this is going to be equivalent or the same as, and you see what I'm doing? Some of you will say, yes, Mrs. Keeley, I totally know that. Equal, okay? Half is equal to 2/4. Can you think of another fraction that it's going to be equal to? Now, guys, I'm not going to write down the fraction. I'm going to see if you can do it yourself, okay? And then can you think of any other equivalent fractions that you can add to your mind map? Now, guys, I would be really, really impressed to see some of your own ideas on your mind maps, and I look forward to talking about them in our Zoom. Well done. So, guys, I just wanted to remind you of tomorrow's fractions lesson, which is all about fair feast and sharing a fair feast equally or fairly. So this is what I'm going to be showing you our fair feast lesson with, and hopefully you will have seen Mrs. Oliver's letter and you will have got some supplies in so you can have your own fair feast at home.